Now, family and friends, we've been on a journey, and this is the moment that you've been waiting for. Welcome home. There's so much history in these walls. And if you haven't heard, the Magic Kingdom is getting a brand new attraction. That's right. It's inspired by the Disney film, The Princess and the Frog. And since its debut, Princess Tiana has inspired all of us to dig a little deeper and pursue our dreams. Let's take a look.
Tiana means to me perseverance, dedication, and vision.
Tiana has a love for her community, a love for her city, and that's exactly what we want to bring to this brand new story and adventure. This is where Tiana is from. She's inspired by people from New Orleans.
Very important that as we're telling a New Orleans story, we want it to be really authentic.
Being here gives us an opportunity to weave into our project that sense of celebration that comes with Mardi Gras.
We are taking a deep dive in the culture in New Orleans as we represent the city as a part of our attraction.
The story is so intentional.
I'm excited about it because I get a chance to revisit the music of my youth. There's something that happens when you record with musicians from New Orleans.
The atmosphere is one of a kind.
Everything is vibration, musical, constantly moving a certain rhythm.
It's like a party.
I've never experienced anything like this.
This is what it's about.
The tradition of New Orleans.
Feel the vibe.
I want to tell you, when you visit Disney World or Disneyland, it will be authentically New Orleans.
Now, family and friends, here we are with the executive creative team with a behind-the-scenes look at Tiana's Bayou adventure. Carmen Smith, Charita Carter, and Ted Robledo. What an honor it is to be here with you. I know that you put your heart and your soul into this project, and you did good. I want to send you a deep congratulations for everything that you've done. This attraction, it's opening officially right around the corner, June 28th. I cannot wait. Now let's get started. Charita, why Princess Tiana for this new attraction?
Well, Tiana was our inspiration because Tiana is everybody's princess. She comes from a real place in America. She wasn't born into royalty. She has a working mom. She has military ties. And there's so much about her life that is relatable. Everyone can find an aspect of Tiana's story in their own story. And so many people are inspired by her. And you know, Tiana is a dreamer and a doer. So speaking of dreamers and doers, last month we saw a story of a high school student who leaned in and was inspired by Tiana and made her own prom dress.
No way. Oh, I see it there.
Isn't that beautiful?
That is beautiful.
So, of course, when we heard about Layla's story, we had to invite her to be a part of this special day today. And I understand that Layla is here.
She's here with us today. Layla, where are you? Stand up, Layla. Layla, that dress is gorgeous. Man, we have a future designer over here. Thanks for being with us, Layla. Now, I just love this idea that Tiana is a modern princess inspired by real places, real stories. Now, Carmen, what has it been like working with the Chase family, whose family ties served as a real-life inspiration for Princess Tiana?
Well, it is an honor and a blessing. Tiana would not be possible if it were not for Leah Chase. She was, yes, a dreamer and a doer, a working mom of four who followed her dream to run a restaurant. She and her husband, Dookie, ran Dookie Chase's in New Orleans, but it wasn't just a restaurant. You know, it was a gathering place that inspired so many. Multiple U.S. presidents dined there, so did Martin Luther King, Thurgood Marshall, Ray Charles, and even Dookies. I mean, they sang there, the band, it was just amazing. When Disney Animation visited New Orleans and sat down with Chef Chase, they knew this American original was the perfect inspiration for Disney's first African-American princess. While Leah and Dookie are gone, their legacy lives on through the future generations who are a huge part of this project. Their children were our guides, her life, and her community. We even made her daughter, Stella Chase, an honorary Imagineer. Her son Edgar, who sadly passed away this spring, charmed us with his stories about his party, his wit, and his community service. And you know, if you listen carefully to the radio broadcast in the queue, you'll hear Leah Chase, Kamanta, singing Do You Know What It Means to Miss New Orleans. The whole family is in this. And again, we are so blessed to have them with us.
That is just so beautiful to hear all the history and all of the stories that go into this. You know, it's great to see a beloved character come to life in such a new way. Bringing it down to you, Ted, talking about the story. So what can guests expect with all the new story from the queue to the finale?
Well, there's so much, Matt. So, Tiana's Bayou adventure takes place about a year after the events from the film The Princess and the Frog. And so a lot has changed since then, and one of the most exciting parts of the attraction is seeing where Princess Tiana's life has taken her after that movie. So, following the successful opening of her restaurant, Tiana's Palace, there next to the beautiful Mississippi River in New Orleans, she's continued to grow her business, but this time she's included members of the community and built a new beloved brand called Tiana's Foods.
So beautiful, I see it there.
Yes, that's amazing. So when you enter the garden area and start the start of the queue, you're going to hear a radio broadcast of a performance by New Orleans musical acts. And the announcer of this radio program shares that Tiana is hosting a celebration during Mardi Gras season this very night. And everyone is invited.
Oh, Ted, I'm glad you mentioned that because I think we actually have the audio of the radio broadcast right now. Can we play that?
Speaking of which, you can take yourself to Tiana's Foods to meet Princess Tiana. All the big bands are booked and she needs your help finding musicians for tonight's big party. Tell her I sent you.
That's great. That's great. So what happens next?
Well, as you just heard, he also mentions that Princess Tiana needs our help for a very important task. So, now there's a lot to get done for a big party during Mardi Gras season. If y'all haven't been to Mardi Gras, I have the first time. It's like nothing else. And so, you know, it ain't a party in New Orleans without music or a band. So in fact, as you walk into Tiana's office, you're going to see a to-do list on the wall, and everything is checked off except for hiring a band. And that's what, you know, we're here to help her with. So we're going to join Tiana and Louis for a fun and magical trip through the Bayou in search of musicians. So after walking through this office and seeing all this great stuff that's happening over there, we're going to head on upstairs to the kitchen and we're going to smell fresh beignets. It's amazing. It's going to make you hungry before you even get on. And throughout the kitchen, you're going to see all these wonderful framed photos and mementos. Because Tiana, like all of us, when we bring people into her house, she's proud of people who've inspired her, her family, and her friends. So that's who she's celebrating here. You're even going to see her famous family's gumbo recipe there. And so, honestly, there's so many stories and moments captured throughout this space. You're really all going to have to do repeat visits to really take it all in.
So once we get on the attraction, how does the story continue from there?
Great. So after we board our boats and then we pass through this beautiful, lush lagoon filled with trees, plants, and flowers of the bayou, of course, we're going to join Tiana and jazz-loving alligator trumpet player Louis on an adventure down the river, and we're going to be searching for that essential missing ingredient, which you know is musicians. So along the way, we're going to meet bands of critters sharing all of the diverse and rich sounds of New Orleans, playing their own renditions of these Tiana songs. And with the help of Mama Odie, who loves Mama Odie? With the help of Mama Odie's special magic, we're going to dig a little deeper in the bayou and find all the musicians we're looking for as she shrinks us down to the size of a frog for a perspective of the bayou that you could not ever get unless it was with Mama Odie. And so, as the journey and the talent search concludes, it's Mama Odie again who brings us back to our big, bold, beautiful selves and gets us to that joyful Mardi Gras celebration at the magnificent home of Princess Tiana and Prince Naveen. So here we're going to be celebrating alongside all the familiar friends we know from The Princess and the Frog, as well as all the new critter friends that we met along the way there at the Bayou, and all these other guests who've come there to celebrate together.
That is so incredible. That's beautiful. So you just painted this beautiful picture. We're hanging on your every word of this story. I can't wait to get on the attraction myself and experience it and see it all come to life. Now, this story is incredible. Carmen, is there a way that Imagineers are extending Tiana's story beyond the attraction?
Absolutely. You know, I'm so proud of the many ways we're telling Tiana's story, including all the new merchandise. We've worked together on with our consumer products partners, so you're going to get a chance to see an amazing array of products. You know, it is absolutely amazing, and we've worked with them from the very beginning, giving people a new and different way to experience and take Tiana's story with them as they've ridden the ride, including huggable plushes of the critters.
Oh, look, and they're so adorable!
Oh, yes, indeed.
You can hear they love it. I love it.
They're adorable. And you know, our partners at Walt Disney Animation Studios have also been amazing throughout this attraction's development. They are our dear partners and friends. And we're so excited that Tiana's story will continue after the attraction. And that's with a new show coming to Disney+.
Wow. That you just said some overwhelming things. I'm so excited for the show. I'm going to be the first one in line for all of these new products. I mean, I heard this whole audience is ready for that. Well, it's apparent that you all poured so much time and love into creating this experience. So you visited New Orleans during multiple research trips, that's right. And Charita, can you tell us a bit more about this process and where in New Orleans did you get your inspiration?
All right, well, first of all, we want to pay tribute to the fabulous city of New Orleans. Anybody from New Orleans here? That's Tiana's city. And we want to point out, though, that our ties as the Disney company with New Orleans go back beyond this attraction. It goes back to Walt Disney with the opening of New Orleans Square, which was one of the first major expansions of our park. So that was really exciting. So we go way back when it comes to telling stories about New Orleans. But we had an opportunity, and we actually sought out local artists and artisans that we wanted to collaborate with and be inspired by, so that they could be a part of delivering this wonderful, authentic guest experience. And we have a number of them with us here, I believe. We've got Charita Carter, Malika Favorite, Darian Laurent, Daryl Reeves, and Julia Roca. So this attraction is truly a love letter to New Orleans, and we think those that are from the city are going to really recognize that, and we hope that those who have not experienced it yet will look forward to experiencing it firsthand as well.
That is incredible. I love it. I'm so excited. I can't contain myself. So for all of you, what are some of your favorite details or Easter eggs in this new attraction that you want guests to know about? Carmen, let's start with you.
Well, you know, being an Imagineer, detail is everything. And again, Tiana's new look for the attraction is truly special. Now, we took a meticulous approach to ensure it's both historical and accurate and authentic to the character. You know, Disney costume designer, Ida Muldrow, she is an amazing and talented costume designer. You know, she was an instrumental collaborator. Tiana's party dress is fit for a princess.
Absolutely, absolutely. That is just beautiful. Now, Charita, what about you?
Well, I have a lot of favorites, Matt, but I'd like to highlight the fact that we have the opportunity in the Hue line to do a salute to the military. From the film, we learned that Tiana's dad was a World War I veteran in the Army, and we have photos of him in the queue, and you can see him in his uniform and with Tiana. And that's especially meaningful to me because I'm an Air Force grad, I came from a military family. I know so many of you come from military families and so many of our guests. So this is a wonderful way for us to connect with those families. And my dad and sister are here, and they both have served in the U.S. Air Force.
That means so much. That's wonderful. Was that them?
That was that.
Hey, Dad! Thanks for being here. I love that. Thank you so much for honoring them in that way. That's wonderful. And Ted, how about yourself?
Oh man, it's practically impossible to choose just one.
Of course.
But you know, one of the things I'm so proud of this team, this team on Tiana's Bayou Adventure has done, is we've created new and original characters. In fact, there's 19 new critters in Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Some are big, some are small, some are old, others are young. And honestly, I hope that every guest here has at least one of these new characters that they can make that special connection with. So, you know, one of my favorites is, we're calling Gritty the Rabbit. And, you know, she plays this washboard, right? But it's actually a found automobile license plate. You may even find evidence of this license plate being missing in the queue or the truck that's parked outside.
Well, we gotta watch out for Gritty the Rabbit there. I can't wait to see all of them. Now, music seems to be a big part in the attraction. Ted, can you talk about that process?
Oh my gosh, honestly, I'm a little biased here because my love of music runs deep as a musician myself, and honestly, we could not be more honored to be working with the talented musicians of New Orleans itself. So, PJ Morton, if you know PJ Morton, has written and produced an original theme song called Special Spice. It's performed by Anika Noni Rose, and it is an instant Disney classic. Everyone's going to be singing this on the way home, I promise you that. And even if that's not enough, we're working with legendary Terrence Blanchard. Who you may not know this, he was the actual person who played the trumpet parts for Louis in the original film, The Princess and the Frog. But Terrence has lent his talent as a son of New Orleans and brought a new and an authentic feel for that beautiful music from the film, as well as New Orleans classics, and that's what you're going to be hearing in the queue.
I think there's other artists out there too from New Orleans as well.
Tonight we're going to be hearing Tank and the Magnus, I think.
All right, we're going to hear them tonight too, Tank and the Magnus. That's going to be incredible. I can't wait for that. Well, that is so exciting. And you know, I'm most excited to hear this original song that you keep talking about, Special Spice, written by PJ Morton and sung by Anika Noni Rose. Wouldn't it be great to hear it live? You know where I'm going with this, family. We have a real treat, a special surprise for you today. It is my honor to please help me welcome PJ Morton and the voice of Tiana, a Disney legend, Anika. Thank you so much for being here. Come on, please join us out here. Anika, thank you for being here. It's an honor to be with you. I have to ask, what is it like to be returning to Tiana to tell this next chapter in her story?
Well, it's awesome. And, you know, so many people for so many years were sending me messages like I had some power, asking me when this was going to happen, and I couldn't say anything. All I could do was hope with them. So to finally be at this place, to be able to unveil this, which we've been hoping for so long, it is really wonderful, and it keeps Tiana and her legacy alive in a really different way.
Yes, that absolutely, you said it all right there. It's surreal, it's surreal. Thank you for being here. And PJ, you've got to be excited, man. What's it like working on some of the music for this attraction?
Oh man, so exciting on so many different levels. You know, Disney is all about dreams, you know, and dreaming.
Absolutely.
And this is truly a dream come true for me, wanting to write songs for Disney as a kid. And then on top of that, I get to represent home in New Orleans. And so, nah, man, I'm just over the moon.
We're doing it, man. And I know, yeah, come on, keep it up. Now, I know you brought your band with you to help perform this song, is that right?
I do, yeah.
All right, let's get them up here. Band,
yeah,
what do you got now?
come on.
Okay, come on up here. PJ,
Yeah, that's Ed, Ryan, TJ, John Michael,
All right, come on, PJ, you can get set up over here. Anika, this is your spot. The stage is yours. We cannot wait. Now, family, without further ado, this is it. This is it right here. PJ Morton and Anika Rose with the original song, Special Spice.
Come on in, I'm glad you made it. You're all my friends. Let me just say this, the only thing required
Morton and the legend Anika Noni Rose with Special Spice. You heard it here first. That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much to Carmen, Charita, and Ted. Thank you for being here today. Thank you so much. Anika, thank you for being here today. Thank you so much. Great job. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. You sounded great. That was amazing. Now, family and friends, you're going to get to experience Special Spice and all the wonderful things that we talked about today. And I'm going to see you this evening at Tiana's Neighborhood Sunset Soiree, right around the corner at Frontierland. Thank you so much for joining us.